All right, let's talk about the pectoral girdle next. Do the scapula first. The scapula, scapulae is plural. Here you're looking at a posterior view where the spine is. I always tell students if you reach behind you and you feel the shoulder blade, what you're feeling is the spine of the scapula. The glenoid cavity or glenoid fossa is an articulation point for the head of the humerus. So that's going to be pointing laterally. It has to receive the head of the humerus. So this is the lateral side. This would be the medial side. This is the posterior side. This would be your superior border. This would be your medial border. This would be the lateral border. That's just anatomical terminology. So you have superior border, lateral border, medial border, medial border. This would be lateral border. So lateral border, medial, superior. Glenoid cavity or glenoid fossa. You have the scapular notch, or sometimes called the suprascapular notch, right here. The suprascapular nerve actually passes through there. So suprascapular notch. Here's your scapular spine, which divides the supraspinous and the supraspinous and infraspinous fossas, which I'll talk about next. This region right here would be your infraspinous fossa. So that's infraspinous fossa. This would be the supraspinous fossa on top, that depression. So here's your spine. So you have superior to the spine, supraspinous fossa. Inferior to the spine, you have the infraspinous fossa. Then underneath, you have the subscapular fossa. This whole section is referred to as the body that I'm holding. That's the body. So here's the body. But on the body, you have the back side or underside, subscapular fossa. Posterior side, here's the spine. So superior to that, you have the supraspinous fossa. And below that, you have infraspinous fossa. Three of the four rotator cuff muscles are going to attach there. You learn about that in chapter 10. Infraspinatus, supraspinatus, and subscapularis. Those are the muscles that will attach to those regions. Now you have two processes. The coracoid, which means coracoid means beak-like. See how that kind of looks like a bird head? So that's the coracoid process. That actually helps anchor the biceps muscle, the short head of the biceps, as well as the coracobrachialis muscle. You'll probably learn about that in chapter 10. Then you have the acromial process. Acromion process or acromion, I'll take either or. So the acromion or acromion process, which is flat, that's going to articulate with the acromial end of the clavicle. So it's the acromion or acromion process. I'll accept either or. So this is the right scapula. Superior border, easy to see from an anterior view. Superior, this is going to be your medial border. There's your lateral border. Subscapular fossa, spine, supraspinous fossa, infraspinous fossa, there's your spine, acromion or acromion process, coracoid process, glenoid cavity or glenoid fossa, It's that articulation point. Scapula.